Everyone, iOS 16.2 has officially came out today, so let's go and take a look at it on the iPhone XR. Now what I'll tell you is that this update is a pretty big update, and I'm really glad Apple went in this direction finally, because now we're starting to see some big improvements and some weird things too. Now, first of all, this update did come to a fairly big update. I don't even know if I screenshotted it on my phones because I was rocking the beta and the official version eventually. So I did do 16.1. I don't have the official version of 16.2 here, but essentially from the RC to the official, there's not really going to be too many differences, but every beta of this thing was pretty interesting. And within one of the first betas, we do get one of the bigger improvements here, which is this new freeform application. So essentially, it's like a collaborative type of app. So you can share these types of like whiteboards to other people. You can invite them over and you can do some sort of like, live kind of whiteboarding with people if you want to do it. So I think that's a really cool thing. Whenever Apple adds like a brand new app, it's so cool to see. And I actually like the icon of this application a lot. So that's a new thing coming in 16.2. We also have advanced data protection, so improvements to the security of your device. And now, actually within 16.2, we now have more end-to-end encryption with more services. This includes iMessage, notes, reminders, voice memos, and a lot more options as well. So that is cool. If you have that enabled, then that's going to be another really cool thing that Apple just implemented. On top of that, we are now getting 2 new lock screen widgets as well. So now we have the sleep widget as well as the medication widget that is now available. If you want to go ahead and be able to customize those, you now have the ability of basically adding those specific widgets now, which is so cool. So I like when Apple is adding more widgets. I think that's awesome. And I can't wait for them to just keep adding more widgets basically as time progresses. Now, on top of that, we are now getting for the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max users some new always on display features, which I'm really happy to see implemented. So it doesn't affect the XR, but still another thing to keep in mind. And now we're getting live activities for more specific applications. So that's another big improvement here too. And I do think some third-party apps like Uber and Lyft are going to start changing things too. And on top of that, we now have this new Airdrop setting, which is basically everyone for 10 minutes. So before it would just be everyone all the time. So now it's everyone for 10 minutes. Some people are kind of upset about that. Me personally, I'm kind of indifferent, but I don't even know why they ended up changing it in the first place. So the question is, should you install iOS 16.2 on your iPhone XR? And I will be honest, I think it's probably a good update to install it. I think if you're rocking something like an iPhone XR, it is probably a really good thing for the most part to install it, especially if you're already on iOS 16. If you're on iOS 15, I would recommend it too. I think this is an update that is probably going to be more stable than not. So this is probably the way I'd recommend going if I'm being honest. So in terms of that kind of covers it up. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that'll mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video.